While firms seek to expand internationally, we need to take into account certain factors, such as whether a country is very restrictive in nature or the country is very pro-free trade and also wants different entities to enter that economy. We're also looking to see whether there's any impending legislation coming into place or any legislation that may conflict with the current legislation that your business operates under. We see this very much in the space of ESG. If we look outside of the UK and we look at the global element, we then see countries such as the US, where you'd expect to have the same legislation and regulation throughout the whole country, but what we're seeing more is within the country there are divergences. If we look at places such as Texas, since I think July 2023, we've seen that there have been 12 anti-ESG bills that have gone through and only one has been successful. The other 11 have all been declined. Now, this is quite interesting because if we look at California and New York, where they're very pro-ESG, we're seeing that there are more and more kind of incentives to businesses to be more sustainable. A lot of regulators are now looking at ways in which businesses are trying to sidestep ESG regulation. We see this with greenwashing. Obviously in the media we've seen lots of talk of carbon offsetting and whether that's seen as a form of greenwashing. But if we look at the actual statistics, we know that 26% of business leaders feel like they're not ready for the ESG regulation. One piece of advice I'd give to businesses expanding into different territories is that they need to be aware that the one-size-fits-all approach is no longer valid. In order to successfully enter a new economy, you need to be able to diversify what you're doing and also understand the ways in which that economy works. So that means pivoting and understanding the regulation and acting in accordance with that regulation.